Five, four, three, two, one. We are live. Vinyl Conversations group. How are you guys today? You tuned into another session.
Hey.
It's Sunday. It's already November. What is it? November 8th?
It's already November.
The year is almost over.
Fire.
Oh, what's that?
The fire alarm.
Are you serious?
They're in there cooking and somebody burned something. Listen.
Oh wow! Look, we can't have the fire alarm going on during the show.
It's not me cooking, clearly. So whoever is cooking got some issues. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, what up, y'all? Hi, whoever that is. I can't see your name, but what's good?
All right. Well, look.
All right, so let's get to it.
Conversation. We are your hosts. I am Latifa. That's Tamarisha over there. She's going to wave to y'all, or she's going to get a peace sign today. We don't know. But you know what it is in this group. What we do is we talk about certain songs, certain lyrics to the song. No matter what genre it is, we talk about it. We dwell in and see what's really going on. What was the behind the scenes to it? We get into all of that. So we thank you guys for tuning in today, because today is very special. If you guys have been rocking with us since March, then you know our first show was. Huh?
We already did that song, so you know.
Right. It was our first show.
Really good pleasure for us to. The fact that we chose that as our first, and then they're here, is a really special day for everybody that's been with us since day one. Then you know what this is about, and you know what we did on that song. But now to hear if we're right or wrong, I think we were wrong, but that's okay.
Well, we're gonna find out. So, without further ado, Vinyl Conversations, please welcome the ladies of Skyy to the show.
Hey! Hi, ladies. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you guys?
We are great.
Great.
You better sing, Tamarisha.
Listen, I don't know how to sing. Don't get me wrong, but I just know.
You know the words.
Shout out to Deborah, like I know the song. So yeah.
I love it. We love it. Thank you so much.
I know we groove to that.
That's right. Yeah, man, it was a mad 80s groove.
So what we're gonna do is just for everybody, so they'll know what we're talking about. We're just gonna play a little bit of the song so they understand what we're talking about. We're just gonna give them a little preview. So
okay, all right.
You guys just hold on. So here we go.
Snippet. We're gonna give y'all a snippet. Turn it up, La. There you go, yeah.
That's it. That says it all.
I'm gonna tell y'all that when we did this the first time, I was like, yo, so she gave him money to let this dude know, here's my number and a dime to get on the payphone and make that call.
That's right. In case he needed to get to the payphone, because you know there was no such thing as a cell phone back then, ladies. So you know, you either call from home or payphone. And if you were sneaking a call, you definitely need to be on the payphone, because girlfriend was going to bust you for sure if you was on the extension in the house. Okay.
Listen, when y'all said a dime, I was like, so this is definitely before my time. Because
yeah,
and you better have that nickel.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so let you in on another secret. Go ahead,
you
Bob.
had to have a nickel for the extra couple of minutes, and it's a nickel, please, for your next 2 minutes.
That's right, because you got what, 5 minutes? You got 5 minutes for a dime,
and then
you got the operator will come on and say another nickel for the next 5 minutes.
That's right. So you lay your change.
So you have all your change out in the phone booth.
On the little thing,
and if you was a baller, you had a quarter, so that you could really talk.
Just put it in there and keep right on talking for however long you needed to.
Yes, because the phone booths had a nickel slot, a dime slot, and a quarter slot.
And a quarter slot.
Right. So we just gonna bring y'all back to how it was at the time.
Right. Wait a minute. What kind of payphones did y'all have?
Well, that's how the payphones were.
Yeah. So it had a little. It had a little tray.
It was a little ledge. And remember, well, see, y'all don't remember.
And
there used to be underneath the ledge, there were phone books.
Right.
So there was the yellow pages and the white pages, in case you didn't know a number. So you could flip that up and look up a number if you needed to.
I remember the white pages.
Right, that was the business section.
I remember.
No, white pages was resident.
Oh, right, white pages resident.
I just don't remember.
We missed it. What happened, Tamarisha?
So you put the money in the thing. Did you put the laundromat? Like, how did that work? Like,
So it was a little slot. We're gonna send you a picture. We're gonna send her a picture of a phone from the back in the day.
Why? Because it was
a rotary dial. So it's a rotary dial, right? And at the top, there was a little slot, a slot for a dime, a slot for a nickel, and a slot for a quarter. So you used to stick it in. Oh,
send it.
No. Give it to me. I'm gonna put it up there.
Time out again.
Gotta school my baby.
I got another time out. I got another time.
Yep.
See? You got it now.
You
real.
Yes.
So you put a lot of effort into making a phone call.
Tell her she got it.
That is too funny. Because that's exactly how they look.
Yes.
Orson said he just sent it to you, Latifah.
Okay.
She's looking at it, girl.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
I'm officially.
That's a real phone.
See?
Yep.
I'm officially not as old as I thought I was because I've never seen a rotary payphone.
Oh my goodness!
And well, you had to put the money in it in order to get
maybe that's a Cali thing, and we were just,
See, that's why your aunties are here to show y'all how it was, how it used to be. Okay.
Oh wow. So
a rotary, y'all, a rotary.
Yep. And you was in a booth.
I'm about to call. There was rotary self. There was rotary.
Oh, that's what she was trying to. She was trying to put it together.
Well, honey.
So how
everything except for the rotary, and then the money where you put it in a slot, like quarters go here, dollars go. Like I don't know nothing about that. Like I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, you pick it up first. Right. Don't make the mistake of putting the money in before you pick the phone up, because you lose your money. Right. So you pick it up, then you put the money in, then you wait for the dial tone, and then you get.
Y'all might need to go back and sue AT&T for your dough, because that's unacceptable.
She said that's unacceptable.
There should be a sign on it that says dial number before you pay. See.
No.
If now,
she said she
y'all know if that shit happen now, they would have
all the instructions on the phone.
No, she had the instructions.
Yeah.
There was no sign told me to press my money first.
Yeah. Put your money, pick up the handset, Right. Also known as the receiver.
The receiver.
Pick up the receiver. Stick your money in. Dial your number.
I already gave you the dial tone.
Right.
Because you ain't dialing nothing without a dial tone.
That's right.
And if it was long distance, they told you how much you had to put in it.
Yeah.
That is.
Let me tell y'all something about it. I'm gonna tell you this story about a payphone, and then we're gonna get into these lyrics because we get really sidetracked on this show a whole goddamn
right?
But I used to live in Spain, right? And this when payphones were still kind of sort of a thing. So I would try to call my mama from a phone. Not try, I would call my mom from a payphone because for whatever reason I thought that, because cell phones and all that, so you had to get the payphone and I had to call my mom. So I put these coins in. It take like $15 for like 65 seconds. And then, I put my money in here. I want to talk to my mom. And then this lady get on in Spanish. And you already know when you hear that beat and she get to talking about that. I'm like, oh shit, I got to put some more money in this phone. So So that's my extent of risk. When I last dealt with a payphone, I was overseas trying to call my mom because I didn't have not just long distance, I didn't have the international thing.
Right.
I would use the payphone knowing that it was cheaper. You know what I mean? So that long distance, that was the call me after 7 type. Don't call me before 7.
Absolutely.
Yes, when they were cheaper, when the call was cheaper.
The call is cheaper after 7.
The call was cheaper after 7. Yeah.
All right. So, listen, I'm about to get in trouble with Latifah, so I'm gonna go into these lyrics because I'm sidetracked and she's gonna be mad at me later. So I'm gonna get into these lyrics. So, guys, the song is "Call Me" by Skyy, right? And the first lyric says, couldn't help hear you talking to your best friend. Say you're not satisfied. Things ain't working out with your girlfriend, so searching for something new. Searching for something new. Someone to hold you tight, someone to treat you right. Though your girlfriend's a friend of mine, here's my number and a dime. Call me anytime. Right. So,
and
break that down because I already said my version of what happened in this.
Okay, what
was how y'all felt with this first verse?
So, have you guys seen the video, the Call Me video?
Yes.
So then you understand that the guy's talking at the bar. He's complaining to his friend, and I'm sitting at the bars. So I'm hearing him, talking to the guy.
She's the girlfriend,
I'm the girlfriend. So I'm hearing him talk to his boy about not being satisfied, and so up walks Denise, and she after I get up, she goes over because she overheard him talking about him not being satisfied.
Right.
And there was nothing untoward about it, except that he just wasn't satisfied with the
there's friends and then there's friends, as you ladies well know. And it's popularized, of course, right now. If you watch any of the talk shows, what's the first thing that the side chick says when she's confronted? We ain't friends. That's the first thing they say after they done usurped the boyfriend. You know what I mean?
But so, guess what? Just because.
Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even like that. Yeah. That was way deep.
Yeah. Barbara and Shirley. Okay, now she really going deep now.
That was way deeper than Call Me. Trust me.
But guess what? Just because she told him to call her, that doesn't mean that she was trying to get with him. She could have been see. She could have possibly. We could have.
That's a thought.
Because everybody always thinks that she said satisfaction guaranteed. She didn't have to necessarily mean it was her that was going to get the satisfaction guarantee. She could have said, She could have met. Well,
that's why she said, "I got what you want, got what you need." Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
she could.
Right.
And it could have been just conversation.
That's right. That's right.
So she gonna satisfy him with a phone call.
That's right.
She gonna be like, "Oh,
they're taking the high road on this. They're taking the high road."
And then, you know why I take the high road? Because everybody always about something else, and that's not necessarily
taking the high road.
No, I'm not gonna take it either.
Yeah,
because when Randy Muller wrote the song, he was told by Salsoul that up until that point, our music was like "Here's to You," "Let's Celebrate." You know, all of our music was really sort of good listening, you know, positive vibes kind of music. You know what I mean? And so he was asked to write something a little more soap opera-ish, right? So that's how the concept of the song actually came about, because they wanted something a little more hard edge. But I love the way that Randy did it because it's really a clever use of words. And you don't get the griminess of the song. When you think about it, there's not a person, whenever we perform this song, no one ever came up to us and said they were a victim of the circumstances of the song. Even if they were, you know, if it happened to them, they always sang the song with great joy and great happiness because it's a fun song. You know what I mean?
Right.
And as an artistic adventure goes. But yeah.
Because when you're actually listening to the song and you're dancing to it, you're dancing like you're really not per se listening to the lyrics. You're grooving because the beat is fierce. So you don't really know the lyrics until
you see the sheet.
You're like sitting down. You're like, wait, hold on.
Like what? Yeah.
Like,
That was
and
you never said in the video. I didn't even wait for her to practically leave the seat. I was up with the phone, with the thing and the dime, ready to go. You know. So I mean, come on. We always meant it sort of tongue in cheek. You know, who really does that? And I certainly wouldn't condone that because I got a guy. But again, we're talking about the boyfriend. We're not talking about a husband. There are levels to this. You know what I'm saying? So it happens all the time.
So who actually? You just mentioned two guys that they wrote the song. Did you guys didn't have any?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't write the song. Randy Muller. We had two producers under a production company called Alligator Bit Him Productions, and Randy Muller, who is most known for being the leader of a group called Brass Construction. Randy wrote songs for Brass Construction, BT Express, Crown Heights Affair. You know, he was like, we were the Brooklyn funk crew, so to speak, back during that time. So that song was actually written by Randy Muller. And actually in the unsung, I don't know if you had a chance to see that.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you'll see Randy, and he basically explains why, you know, how that song came about. But yeah, that was Randy. Randy's creation, and it just skyrocketed to #1 so quick. I mean, it was fast. It moved so quickly on the charts. We were absolutely shocked because within Tamarisha, you back, boo. Get back.
Sorry, guys, I had to go because my reception was really so bad. Because
now we can see
you have it clear now.
Good
now.
now.
Because you were on a delay.
Thumbs up.
You want a delay for a minute.
I left off when y'all were saying that just because she said to call him doesn't mean anything bad.
I always take the high road.
So when she say call me, satisfaction guaranteed, I'm
going
to tell you right now, it's a no.
Yes. Well, you know what? You know that chick though. You seen her. Ain't you seen her? You just see side chicks. You seen them chicks, man. They are notorious. And see, I'd be in a fist fight too if one of them tried to come up on mine. So I dig it. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling it like it is. I'm calling it like it is.
I'm never going to do it.
Even in your phone, man.
I'm gonna say bye.
Yeah, he got it. If he takes advantage of it, and think about that though. Again,
that part.
We're talking about who you really going after if there's infidelity. And again, I'm drawing a line here between a boyfriend and a husband. Okay, so now we're talking about. Let's stay in the boyfriend realm.
It don't matter what line. It don't matter.
That's right.
He shouldn't take advantage of it.
I'm coming for him because
thank you.
In all realms, he needs to respect me and protect me.
Say it again, Tamarisha. Say it again. I agree with you.
Now, if he shows me to my face that he's trying to protect me and respect me after we get into whatever shenanigans it is about him and this chick, and this chick does not get the point, then now I'm coming to your ass because you don't understand English clearly.
On and pop it.
Well, and then guess what? If he's not satisfied and she's sitting in the bar, then looking all sad, then she's not satisfied. Then either y'all got to talk about the unsatisfactory, whatever's going on, and come back together, or you go your way, and I go my way. That's the bottom line.
Why you sitting here telling your homies that you're not satisfied and she don't do this and she don't do that, but you're not telling her that you're not satisfied and she don't do that. You don't know what she's capable of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and be like this because y'all my aunties, but I'm gonna just say don't judge me. But she might swallow balls and you don't know because you didn't ask her. You don't know because you didn't ask her.
Oh, what happened? We lost the picture.
She could be superhead and going for 45 minutes, but you don't know because you didn't ask her. So what are we talking about now? Like, you don't know what she's capable of.
It's not a slab of fresh one.
No, I know that.
Oh, there it is.
Y'all offended?
Oh, girl, I'm gonna spank you when I see you. I'm gonna spank your butt.
My ears are so burning.
Yes, I'm gonna spank your butt.
They burning.
That's them 30S folks. Y'all terrible. Y'all don't leave nothing to the imagination.
No, if your ear is burning, I need to see how
they green. They green.
We don't have no ears after that. But guess what?
But the bottom line.
Green. Your ears is green. I don't believe
they turn green after that one.
But look, the bottom line is the communication. Like
that's right.
He wasn't communicating with her. So that's where the lack of communication was.
That's right. And
Latifah, you are absolutely right, because the biggest issue I think in relationships is people not being honest about what is really going on. Okay. Yeah. And interestingly, I watch a lot of
100%.
Yeah, people if you are in a relationship with a person, you know whether you're happy in what's going on. You and women, if something ain't feeling too right, okay, I'm home during the day and I watch all of these, Divorce Court and all of these shows. And women always have a feeling that something's not right. Okay, that's why you got Cheaters. Cheaters, my favorite show. I watch that show all the time. But
hey, Cheaters is the shit. I'm surprised it's still on though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, so y'all.
Well, shockingly. Yeah. And they were trying to bring it back with Peter Guns. Did you hear that?
Oh, they didn't try it. They did. And I'm like, so.
But I don't think it's out yet. Is it out yet?
No, not yet.
Right.
I'm just kind of like, so is it in another state? Because every dude in Texas should be worried about cheaters.
Oh, Lord.
Because they've only operated in Texas. So you guys should know at this point that cheaters can pull up on you at any moment. Please change the state.
I see. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
It's only in Texas. When it first came out, I was like, imagine if they did that in California or New York or Georgia or Florida. I'm over here but it's only in Texas. I'm like, how is this show?
Listen,
it's like 18 seasons in. Only
wow.
But guess what? In New York, there's not that many places you can roll up on somebody like that. You know what I mean? Especially if you in inner city New York, if you in Manhattan, you're not just rolling up on somebody.
Right. In New York, I believe it.
I mean, if you in a smaller area, like out in Long Island or somewhere where there's just like this little where there's this little small area of people that are hanging out, and you can you can watch so and so
and follow them. Right. You can't follow nobody on 95 in New York City. You can't follow.
Y'all some gangsters.
You're gonna gonna lose the trail, baby. Yeah.
As soon as they get in traffic, it's a wrap.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all some gangsters.
We don't know what happened. We don't know what they did.
I just want to tell y'all right now, y'all some gangsters. Like, pull up on me and me not know. I'm looking in my rear view. If I make a right, you make a right. Why are you making a right too?
Listen, that's a known fact in up here.
Yeah. You're not just getting followed.
So look, in the second part of the lyrics, Tamara, you already have it. You want to go in it?
No, I can't because I'm on my phone now, so I don't.
Okay.
I don't have
so the second part of the lyrics says, and apparently it sounds like this is the guy that's saying it. Hello, how you doing? No, she's gone. I figured I'd give you a call and see if you were serious. When? Like to hear what the others talk about. Just me and you. I got this little place that I like to go to. It's kind of dark and quiet.
Dark and quiet.
Well, I've been watching you, boy, and I got what you want, got what you need. Though your girlfriend's a friend of mine, here's my number and a dime. Call me anytime.
Listen,
so
I've been watching you, boy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the other reason why you do not air your laundry to your girlfriend. Keep your mouth shut. Okay, you do not tell your best friend. You do not tell your girlfriend, especially if you know what kind of girlfriend. If you have a friend and then she's not really a friend. If you have a friend that you pour your heart out to about what's going on, and then she's pushing up on your man, then she ain't your friend.
But guess what?
And then on top of the fact that you don't always have to sit and another thing is you need to talk to your man about what's going on. Don't talk to her about it because that's not going to be a good ending to any of that story.
But there's also a flip side to that. The girlfriend could be dirty.
Right.
The girlfriend can be dirty. And who knows what kind of dirt she might be doing.
Right. And she's telling her girlfriend, this is true.
And the guy could be a good guy.
That's true. That's the other
because we can't just always say
no, it's not.
We can't always say it's the man that's doing the dirt because women is grimy.
Yeah.
And they'll get a good man. They'll get a good man.
Not him saying
no, right. We're talking about Skyy Kwame in particular. No, it's definitely the guy has taken the woman up. He done used the dime, shall we say. Okay, and he is saying, hello, how you doing?
Right.
She gone. He said, she gone. And I figured I'd give you a call to see if you were serious.
So then he didn't
if you were serious about I'm not gonna say it because y'all say that I turn your ears.
If you was Tamara.
But then you think about it.
I'm gonna say this though. I will say this, which is not gonna turn your ears green. What I'm saying is when you talked about that's why you don't tell your friend about your laundry. That's why when you sitting around with your friends and they dealing with this guy and they get to explaining the sex life and what he packed.
That's too much information.
Things like that. That's not okay. Like you do not
know. It's not.
Now this woman who is either not getting any or she is not satisfied is wondering if your man can satisfy her. So now in her mind, unconsciously at the point, and when you're telling her, she seems like your friend and it's not bothering her consciously, but unconsciously, she's like,
okay, so you having an issue?
How many inches?
There you go.
How many times did you do this? Now she got questions, and then them questions manifest into give me a dime, call my number anytime. Like, wait a minute,
Yeah, well, see, that speaks to the larger issue.
Unless you're trying to share, be careful on what you do divulge to your friends. Unless you try.
That's right. That's right.
We in 2020, so it's quite possible that you're trying to share.
Well, you have to remember that was 1982.
Well, right. See, y'all, we lived in a different time when that song came out. There was less of all of this popping all over the place and one, 5 baby mamas. We didn't have all that back then. No. You know what I'm saying?
This was 1982.
We didn't have all of that going on that they got going on now. Matter of fact, they shouldn't even call me on the radio for the younger people now because they done lost their minds. Okay? Yeah, it was very much. We are products of our parents. Yeah, this is what you have to understand. Where we come from and how we were raised and how you dealt and your relationships and society in general was very different in 1982 because we're products of the 50s.
Right. So
you have to understand, we came from, that's what I'm saying. I don't know one person my age, okay, that had 5 kids by 4 different daddies.
Nope.
No, it didn't happen.
I thought we were talking about men. I'm sorry.
No. I'm talking about women because really, we're about how women conduct themselves. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of women, especially now, because like I said, I watch daytime TV, so I see a lot of it. Like Judge Bates says, that man is telling you who he is, and yet you still want to be there. You in court because you don't want him to leave. You want him to stay. But I watched one the other day. Woman was with the guy for 5 years. He's a trucker, right? They getting ready to get married, and he says, you got to start paying half the bills. She's like, why I got to all of a sudden you want me to pay half the bills? Now he's raising her, helping her raise her 3 kids that ain't his. See, that's a lot of other stuff that's going on nowadays that wasn't going on back then. And he been living with another woman for 2 years. And right. Oh.
Yeah. Don't put that money on my books. Don't put that money on my books, boss, because he gotta go.
You know what I'm saying?
All these kids gonna be fatherless. Nobody.
But here's the woman standing there. Now she's trying to reconcile. Well, can I figure out a way to stay with? No, we didn't play that back in the day.
Your self-esteem. Listen, you saying back in the day. I don't play that this day.
That's right. And say it again. Right.
That part.
For 2 years.
Right.
And he
that's right. Yeah, so that's why we saying, life, it was very different then. Mm-hmm. So these are kind of one-track situations. Now, this stuff is multi-track. Right. Yeah. It's multi-track. Everybody's over here with this one, that one, and the third, and a lot of women are not getting what they deserve as females. And as a woman in a relationship, respect, caring, kindness, they don't know what it is to have a man that's there for their kids. 70% of households today are single parent households. And that's the mama. The daddy is not there. So hey, we can't, like I said, we can't do call me now.
You can still do call me now because some of the people like me and Latifah, we were raised on a different, we were raised in the level that you're speaking of.
Thank you. You're the last generation, Ma. Y'all the last generation.
I would not by any means deal with any of that fuckery. And I have daughters that I have raised, and they will not deal with that fuckery either. We're not out here in these streets like that. I don't care what I don't care what society
everybody else is doing. Right.
We weren't raised in society. You were raised in this house.
There you go. Thank you.
Respect yourself. And don't feel the need to have someone or that your happiness depends upon
that part. And you know what? That's the issue. When you say that you shouldn't have someone that your happiness depends upon, there are so many people that think they need other people to be happy that they're not realizing that happiness starts with you.
Exactly.
You can add to my happiness. Don't get me wrong. You can add to my happiness, but you will not be responsible for it. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Not a chance.
Right. So it actually starts with self. You got to have that self-love and understand, I love me first, and then you're gonna be able to attract that type of male into your atmosphere. So it's all about self-love first. So because if you don't,
but you know what, Latifah, based upon my friends, people, young people, because we have a team of folks that work with us and stuff. And just based upon, my conversations with them, they're saying that really a good man is hard to find. It sounds like a cliche, but a lot of them are, it seems like there's a little bit of a struggle in finding solid guys. Now, I don't know if it's because there's more women than men and men are taking advantage of that situation. I wish I could kind of understand exactly where that's coming from or why that is. But, these are pretty good, decent, decent women who are about something and, self-determined and they got their own, some of them got their own businesses or whatever. And it just seems like, the gentlemen are missing the mark a little bit. So all the more so you have guys that are just playing the field, so to speak, you know?
Right. So when they're wild.
And I'm gonna say it like this, for me being 44 and being in this game, after a certain age, you know what I mean? Like when you're in your 20s, you can find somebody so very easily because you don't have any real, preferences, any real, you know what I mean? After a certain age, you become very picky. Like, you know what I mean? When I hit 40, I don't want somebody playing games. I don't want somebody doing this. I don't want somebody doing that. And the problem is, and I'm not trying to dog men in any way because I know that there are good men out there. The problem is that women mature faster than men. So, you know what I mean? If I'm out here 40 and I'm looking to, you know what I mean, chill and move on with life and have somebody to support me, these dudes are still out here like, well, I like her, but what about this girl with this fat ass? Or what about this girl that, you know what I mean, she's popular on Instagram? What about this? And then, see, they don't have any focus.
And I think that's so very true. I think that social media has put such a monkey wrench in the real that everything just about on social media is fake. You know, people building themselves up to be so much because, like you said, their self-esteem is low. So social media is like everything goes, you know? And so people are not looking at the real person. They're looking at what they see on social media.
Absolutely.
And that's always the real one.
Right.
It's all fake news.
Listen, call me only works when your mind is where it should be. You know what I mean? Call me only work if you understand what's happening. Call
exactly.
These new kids nowadays, they be like, what song? Like my daughter's gonna, after this, they gonna be like, Mom, what song was that? What was that about? Because they're not gonna know because they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
But
it was such a time, man. 82.
No one can bring you happiness, though. Like we're not doing
that. Well, that's it. That's it.
Nobody.
You have to be. This is why, you know, we've been fortunate to try to raise our kids and grandkids, and now this is a great grandmother, believe it or not, right now. Yes. She got the cutest little 1-year-old little grandson. Mr. Baby, we call him Mr. Baby, because there's a bunch of girls in the family, so it's about time we got a little boy. But no, you try to ground your young people in a certain foundation of self-respect that is absent from the opinion of others. That's why I get so sad when I hear about kids being cyberbullied. You know, when we were growing up, you know, you dealt with everybody face to face. Conversations were face to face. Conversations were not, you go online and now you see people talking about you and saying things about you that 9 times out of 10 is not even true. You know, they're just trying to get at you. People got at you in your face. You know, I'll never forget when I was in the 3rd grade, I encountered the bully. And we had the fist fight, and then it was all over with. You know what I'm saying? And then it was done. But nowadays, you know, the bullying, all of this is just designed to kind of cut your self-esteem. So that's why it's so important for you to raise, and especially your young women, to be grounded in yourself. Don't let other people's opinions of you guide who you feel you are. Don't give them that power. Why would you do that? You know?
And if there's a point at which you start feeling that way, that somebody else is walking into your space or walking on who you are, then we have our family unit is such that you can talk to any one of us about, I'm feeling this. I know my daughter, when she used to go, put it in my bag so I would read it when I got to work. So I got to understand where she was at and what she was doing and what was going on. And so it's that has filtered down into other, into other female members of the family. You can talk to any of us about anything. And we'll sit and we'll talk about it. If somebody there is no bullying in this family.
No.
Outside or otherwise, it's like you deal with that person.
We let them know there's an army behind them.
Yes.
Whatever you're dealing with, you're not alone in that situation. We are here to back you up. We are here to deal with it, because not everybody, because I feel that people who are bulliers, they don't have support systems in their home.
Yeah, and they're more insecure.
Come to find that
they're more insecure than the child that they're bullying.
Right.
Because you never know in that situation, excuse me, you never know what the bullier is going through.
That's exactly the
point. You know
what
I'm saying?
Exactly the
you
point.
You never know what the bullier
they're in a home that maybe nobody's paying them any mind, nobody's paying them any attention, and we found that to be the real case. The person who's the bullier, they're not getting the attention that they need at home. Or there are so many children in the home. See, this is the other thing, and this is where we're going to revert back to women. And in order to have the maximum outcome in your home, have the kids that you can manage. So you can't manage all them kids by yourself. Everybody needs focused attention. So think about those things before you say, because once the baby get here, you don't have a choice, right? So think about that going into any relationship. Don't just have babies to be having babies, because you can. Have them and be thoughtful about them and understand what the outcome is going to be when when that little person comes into the world.
Right. And no, those are good points. And especially how you were saying that you guys let them, like you let your daughter put notes in your purse and you read them at work.
I would not even know the note was there until I got to work.
That is awesome. That's kind of like a form of therapy per se, to where they're able to get that information out. Because then now they have these tools and these building blocks to where when they get older, even though there's songs like this, they understand, okay, that went on, but I'm going this route.
Right.
Latifah, I love that point. Because they're going to be influenced by all sorts of concepts, in conversation and in song. And I love that point that you just made. Let's really look at the fun side or the funny side or the because there is a reality to that. Okay, but at the same time, how am I going to conduct myself? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Look, this is a good conversation. I mean, we didn't went off on tangents and other stuff, but that's what we do here. And it's good because a lot of us, even though Tamara and I we're cousins, we're family, whatever, we're in our 40s, like she said, we grew up on your guys' songs. Right. So, that's our background. So we know, even though this was going on, we knew like, okay, but the song,
you don't have to go down that route, right?
Right. So the songs when we're dancing, it's a family thing. So with that being said, how did you guys are you guys, because it says the Ladies of Skyy, are you guys separated from actual Skyy, or how's that dynamic work?
Oh, well, the thing that transpired, we had an amazing, actually, I want to say it was about a 15-year career, even though it's written 13 years professionally. But we started out singing with Skyy before we were actually an official, band with albums and stuff. So in 1993, when we had our last record deal with Atlantic, and the band basically broke up because, we did 10 albums, 13 years on the road, that was the end of that. We waited about, I want to say 3 or 4 years, and we kept hearing our music on the radio. Our music was still being played on all the classic radio stations. And my husband had the bright idea that we should continue the music. But we decided to call ourselves Ladies of Skyy because we promised the band, and we had a conversation with the band. There was no interest at that time for them to, regroup. And we said, well, we want to, continue to perform the songs. And so I said, but Skyy is the band, and always forever will be the conglomeration of the band. But even back in the day, there was always the girls, because we're the sisters, and the guys. Right. So the separation was just by natural selection. Girls and the guys. So we came up with Ladies of Skyy.
Because we were no longer girls. Jeff.
Girls, well, we
ain't been girls for long. And people always equated Skyy with our voices.
Right.
So it was just
that was a natural progression.
A natural progression, as my sister said.
Yeah,
for us to continue to perform.
Yeah, we're the signature voices of the band. Certainly not to belittle Solomon or the band for their musical ability, because I'm telling you, we had the greatest bass player. Our bass player used to play with the Moments back in the day. Butch was the quintessential guitar player. He loved Jimi Hendrix. He was into all of that old rock stuff. So the musicianship of the band, we don't belittle it. As a matter of fact, we still use the tracks. How about that? So that's why the music sounds so authentic. Perform it. But yeah, I mean, we're the signature voices of the group, and it was just a natural transition. So they gave us all the tracks, and as we perform with the original tracks. Except we sing live.
Oh, that's awesome. Right. Yes.
So I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm going to jump in here and be like, so
I went out for dinner and came back.
When y'all come to Phoenix, LA, either one of the two, I'm gonna need y'all to remember Tamarisha and Latifah so we get them backstage passes.
We will never forget you two.
Are you kidding? We're gonna usher you chicks right in the back. That one and that one. Get them in here.
I want to be right in the back and be like, "Them my auntie." They ain't telling me.
There's the guest list. Their
names
on it. Don't you see there at the top?
And you're gonna get your spanking first, Tamarisha. As soon as you come in.
I'm still getting whooped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? Our mother. What was the expression Mama used to say, Dolores?
Put it on the shelf.
My mother would put the spankings on the shelf.
And when I bring it down, go beyond your tail.
Beyond your tail.
Now mine. So I used to have to go get my own switch. Now,
we weren't in switch territory until we went to visit our grandmother.
That's right. We was in New York with the belt on the doorknob.
And
okay,
that's
the light, and the bedroom slipper. Right, the eternal. The bionic bedroom slipper.
Was it a leather belt? Was it a leather belt?
Absolutely.
It was a leather belt that she used to keep hung on the closet door, right? We used to take them and throw them in the incinerator. And for some strange reason,
another one would appear.
Another belt would appear.
Let me tell you. So when my grandmother used to tell us, "Oh, go ahead and go get your own switch," right? So you think you're gonna go get this big old thick branch?
A branch.
You know they ain't gonna try to abuse you. So if you go get this thick branch, they're like, I ain't gonna whoop you. Psych. Because there was so at that point there was no mature switches on the trees. They wasn't sturdy. They were flimsy.
Right.
So my grandma would go, she'd be like, "Okay, you think I'm playing?" She go get two flimsy ones and twist them together like a little braid. And then she'll whoop your ass, right? We get a whooping. And then after she get a whooping, she'd be like, "Okay, go take a bath." And we thinking like, "Shit, yes," because my body is terrible. Like I got whelps everywhere. And my grandmother would pour a little cap of bleach in the water. So
that's torture. No, that's torture.
You got a little extra ass whooping, even though you didn't get an ass whooping because that.
Oh my goodness, girl!
That's worse.
Yes,
than soap.
Worse than soap.
Like, let me just. And it was
do what I gotta do.
Nothing detrimental, just a little top full. So when you set your ass in that water, you remember you ain't never do that shit again.
That's right. You might do something else, but you didn't do that, right? Let's see. Note to self. Don't do that again.
Like that's how he would whoop us.
Oh my goodness.
So Tamara, ask your signature question.
Okay, so my signature question. I'm so glad I got back for this. So at what point? This is what I asked everybody on the show.
Okay.
At what point did you guys know that you were famous? Like, what were you doing a show? Was it a fan autograph? Like, when did you guys decide? Like, damn, like everything I've been trying to achieve, I've achieved it. And this moment lets me know, like, damn, like these people really know who I am. Was it somebody at the airport like, hey, can I get an autograph from you guys?
I want to say Cap Center and Japan.
I think, I think
you go ahead. You talk.
I think Capital Center, in which they know is no longer around, in Washington D.C. And we were on the tour bus, and we're fresh. You know, we're just fresh Skyy, opening acts. And we turn the corner, and there is our name up in lights.
Biggest day.
On biggest day on the marquee. It was Skyy, Sister Sledge, Rick James.
Somebody else.
Wasn't it guys?
She's got a
New Edition.
Yeah.
At Cap.
No,
not a Cap Center. Not a Cap Center.
Not a Cap Center, but it was. You see your name in lights.
But just when you see your name up there, and not to mention in that location. Funny, kind of. I'm gonna tell the story quickly. We had just done a show the night before at Madison Square Garden. That was our first show. We used to travel around in a 12-passenger van then. There was no tour buses yet. That's how early it was in our career. And we rushed out of Madison Square Garden, drove down to Maryland. And we all happy, and we all, oh man, this is cool. And we got down there, we had no outfits. So we had to do our road jackets and jeans.
Because we had our boots.
And we came out, we came out to perform, and we looked up and we saw ourselves on a Jumbotron. Right. And that's when we realized, and it was like about a 20,000 seater theater, you know. The second thing for us, I think for me anyway, was when we went to Japan. And this was some years later, but it was the first experience, I think it was the first that we had where we were in a foreign country and they were singing our song. They all speak Japanese. They speak very little English, but they were actually singing "Call Me." Right. Somehow they knew every word. Can you imagine? So that's when we kind of, you know, it was those progressive moments, you know what I'm saying, that we realized, wow, you know, this is real. You know what I mean?
I think also doing the Apollo.
Yes.
For me, because we did the Apollo with Jermaine Jackson, and just driving up riding in a limousine, picking you up in a limousine, and riding up to the Apollo and seeing your name on the marquee. That was like,
and then having your picture, because everybody that performed at the Apollo, they take their picture and put it in the hallway,
on the stairs,
going up. Wow. All of those things happen. You know,
at the Apollo.
You know, perform at Radio City.
It's real.
Yeah.
It was
Radio City Music Hall.
Performing at Radio City Music Hall. I mean, there's just certain parts in your life that you find that, man, I really made it. Doing a show with Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross, Aretha Franklin, Quincy Jones. It's just
that was the Budweiser Superfest in Dallas, baby.
You just go on and on.
Dallas, Texas,
that you perform with, and you was like, who gets to perform with these iconic
these great people?
Yeah, we were really
that you drop is just things that people just imagine now, like you know what I mean. I'm not talking about these younger kids because you know some do. I'm not saying
it's a different lineup,
but for us that came up in this era, when my parents came up in the era that you guys were, you know, doing these big things, like for you to say all of those names, it's just some things that we'll never get to understand, and some of these people we won't ever get to interview because they're no longer on this planet. So but they still have that. You know what I mean? Like that status as greats. And for you all to even be able to say, like, you know what I mean? Like our names was in lights underneath Sister Sledge and all these other people.
Oh, we sang on the bus with them.
Yes.
And we're still good.
And they're great people. Great people. Because, you know, not everybody was very nice. That's another
Actually, one of the Sister Sledge's daughters, wants to do a reality show, and I have a film TV production company, and we're trying to work with her to get that done.
I would watch that.
Yeah, we're still tight with Kathy. Kathy a lot.
Yeah, we see Kathy a lot.
She's trying to do big things out there in Sister Sledge, no doubt.
Yeah.
Cool. I wish you all the best with that, Miss Lady.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all know I'm getting a spanking, so I might have to tone it down. Hold up.
Well, ladies, look, we appreciate you guys coming on. We know you got a show to do up in Jersey.
Actually,
so we're gonna let you get to
newsflash, it got canceled because of COVID.
What?
They put more restrictions here in Newark.
Because things are starting to kind of rise up in Newark. They
yes.
But listen, no tears in our eyes. We did a music video yesterday. We're exhausted, but we were looking forward to these. Believe you me.
What was the music video? Okay, so let everybody know.
Well,
what y'all doing
we
now?
gonna let y'all. And can we tell them, or we shouldn't tell them?
No, we shouldn't tell them.
We shouldn't tell them.
No,
especially that.
No, but we need to know what y'all got going on now. So let us all know.
We are working on doing a sort of pay-per-view event. We kind of watched what everybody else was doing, trying to do a lot of live shows. You know what I'm saying? And some of that stuff wasn't working out too well because of technology. You know, all of the artists were at a standstill. It really kind of floored all of us. In terms of plans, we had plans for a show in France. We were supposed to be doing New York City Summer Stage. We had a lot of big shows ready to go
this year.
But so now we've had to kind of reinvent the wheel, so to speak. So we've decided to do a series of videos of our songs and of performances. And the plan is to come out with a music video of one of our ballads, which has never been done.
What?
Who does that?
Wait, hold on. Let me go through. Wait.
And there's a video of a song they did back in the day. Right. So we figured, why not? You know what I mean? So that's the thing we're working on. And guess what? Guess what, chicks? As soon as we know when it's gonna be on and when we're gonna do it, y'all will be the first to know. How about that?
Send it to us.
Good.
We definitely gonna promote you 100%.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna let you know. The idea is also to try to do the largest kazoo band online. Oh, y'all ain't got no kazoo. We got to send y'all some kazoos.
No, we don't have that.
She ain't ready. She ain't ready.
I was gonna say something, but I already got one spanking in line, so I'm good.
How long?
Oh, Auntie about to get
you want another one? You want another one on the list?
Oh, okay.
All right. Hell no. Because my grandkids be done grab that and I be done.
Then I better send you a box. Yeah. Yeah, Marisha, you getting a box of them, girl. I ain't trying to fool with you. 25 off the top.
Listen,
those are fabulous, ladies. They're fabulous.
Get that and drive me crazy with that, thinking that they professional.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no, that's great. That's great, guys.
Yes. Ladies, tell everyone all your social media handles, so where everybody can find you at.
So Instagram, The Official Ladies of Skyy. On Facebook, Ladies of Skyy. We have a electronic press kit that you can communicate with us. Ladies, www.ladiesofskyepk.com. And listen, for folks that don't know how to spell, ladies is LADIES.
Now we need a spanking.
We have to make clarifications. We also have
we're gonna post it. We're still gonna post it.
I know you will. We have a Ladies of Skyy group also on Facebook, and you can always reach Mr. Austin Kwame Wilkinson, our business manager and my husband, on 347-645. My husband. But he's a business manager. That's what the guy does really well. I mean, he did the husband thing too well.
Shout out to the husband.
Yeah.
Shout out to Austin.
Indeed. And we love y'all. Thank you so much for having us
when
on.
y'all do them shows when COVID is over, I'm gonna need my backstage pass.
All right now.
We're gonna get you an official one made.
But you know, I might.
You might as well come on and get it over with.
I'm the spanker.
Use one of them gentle belts. You know,
and no bleach. And no bleach. We promise you, no bleach.
Yeah. No bleach.
All right, so ladies, one of the things we do ask, which I mean you don't have to do, we ask the artists, you know, to take us out on something like a verse or whatever you like to sing. If you don't, then that's fine. But just to take us on out, you want to
6 seconds.
Something or...
Here's my number and a dime.
Oh my goodness!
She trying to be the fourth member.
All right, here we go. Yeah. Couldn't help hear you talking to your best friend. Don't say you're not satisfied. Things ain't working out with your girlfriend. So you're searching for someone new, someone to hold you tight, someone to treat you right. Though your girlfriend's a friend of mine, here's my number and a dime. Call me anytime. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me.
Hey,
call me.
Call me.
Woo! Ladies. Yes. Yes.
Y'all
look, Jersey is hot. They missing that concert.
Right. COVID go away so we can get back to
COVID.
Yeah. Come again on another planet.
No question.
On another planet.
I like y'all. I hope y'all had a good time. I had a great time.
Mars, right?
Yeah. Somewhere where there's
that part.
We thank y'all so much for having us on. Get us some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We can Popeye.
Oh, she said Popeye. See, I've been outvoted.
All right, ladies. You have a great rest of the day.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
Bye, guys. Have a good night, ladies. Bye, auntie.
Bye. All right. Love y'all.
Love you too. Oh, wow. That was an awesome show. Wow.
Oh, ain't nobody that watched the show very surprised at that, so I'm going to get it spanking. It is what it is.
It is.
But
look. All right, man. That it was a lot of jewels dropped in there, and it's, you know, especially towards the end about, you know, just like self-esteem and self-worth. So, you know, even though we were talking about the lyrics and joking and stuff, there was still some seriousness
absolutely
in those
shit going on in there. And what you could do, as you know, as you guys are watching, is go back to our first show when we actually did this song, and then go back to what their interpretation was. So when she said it's probably not the guy, you can't blame him. I'm over here like, what? Like, did y'all not just say this was his phone call? Like, so you know what I mean? If you go back and look how we did the song and the first time, there's some similarities, but then there is something that they told us that, you know, we were absolutely wrong about. So
yeah, because I said the same thing. Because remember, I was like, maybe he, you know, it ain't him.
Oh yeah, that's when Latifah first started to say that when we did this show, she should just go against my assessment, and she did her own thing, and everybody just kind of like, what? But turns out Latifah was right. Ain't that a bitch? So guys, again, you always know that we appreciate everybody that's watching. We're glad that you tuned in, and if you saw the first episode that we did, you know how different this is or how special this is. If you didn't, go back and watch the first episode, because I'm sure Lau will drop that first episode in the link so you can watch it and look at the differences between when we were talking about the lyrics and what we thought, and how it is to actually have the artists on here talking about what really happened. And that's why we try to get these artists so that their interpretation is close to 100 as possible. So
that's what the aunties came through.
Vinyl Conversations. If y'all want to send us the lunch, give us some gas money, help us out with some other promotions or whatever it is, you know what I mean? We got merchandise, we got all these things going on. Support your girls, because we trying to do everything we can to keep y'all entertained.
Look, because again, Ladies of Skyy, the aunties came through and they blessed us today. It was a good show. It was hilarious.
And they made sure we knew they was aunties. You feel me?
Their energy was fierce.
They were aunties.
So look, so again, like she said, thank you guys for coming through. Next Sunday, man, you know who we got next Sunday?
She gonna tell you next Sunday.
You don't know?
Tell you what? I get the Sundays confused, so I'm gonna let her tell you what's next Sunday. What's next Sunday?
You don't know who we got next Sunday? Next Sunday we got a mod on the show.
Oh, back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Hey, I remember way back when. Oh, y'all know this gonna be off the chain. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, you know that's about to be off the chain. Because I know the lyrics to this song without looking at them. So there's that.
See, there we go. Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all join us next Sunday. And again, you know, sometimes we get stuff that pop up during the week. So if that does happen, you'll see a flyer. So thank y'all for tuning in.
During the week things coming up. So just pay attention, guys, to the thing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? I know on Facebook, y'all, some people got so many things going on. You got 15,000 friends. You know, if you go to a Vinyl Conversations post and you press those little 3 dots, you can make sure that you get our notifications up front, just showing y'all how to use Facebook in case you don't know. And you don't want to miss what we're doing. You can always make us a priority. Just saying that's how that's done.
That part. Thanks for that. All right. We'll see y'all next Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.
Like, thanks for that. Just in case. Yeah, all right. Bye, y'all.
All right.
We love y'all. See you next week.